on YouTube. Ah! Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. I am arabesquestarr, and we are back on YouTube, baby. We are here. We're turning it out. Get into the mug. We have upgraded since the last time you've seen me. I know it has been a while since I've been on YouTube. However, we are back and better than ever. Honey, there's been an upgrade in the drag, and I'm so excited to be bringing you guys every video that I have planned. Planning on bringing you guys one video a week, and I'm bringing you extra content over on my TikTok and my Instagram, so make sure that you guys follow me there and there. Ding! Get into it. Like, girl, I'm stunning. I'm so vain. I can't stop looking at myself. I'm sorry. I look beautiful. And if you want to look this beautiful, if you want to learn how to look this beautiful, go ahead and make sure that you are subscribed so that way you do not miss an upload whenever I post all my videos and show you guys how to look like this. If you want to know how you can look this gorgeous, stay tuned. Oh my God, I can't believe we're back. I have not recorded a YouTube video in so long, so it feels so weird to like be back here and like talking to the camera and all that kind of stuff. We've got a new gorgeous setup. I'm no longer at the studio. This is all my personal studio. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with the LA Girl H2O Lock Hydrating Gel Primer. I just started using this. Guys, this thing is actually like, she's kind of sickening. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of that on my hands and we're going to apply that to the skin. You can see she is like extremely hydrating. Can you tell it's been a minute since I've done this? But she's also like very sticky, which I love. Guys, it's been so long, I forgot like what it feels like to be able to see your monitor and have to look at the camera at the same time. We're working on it. We're gonna get there together, okay? That's what we're doing. Today we're doing like my classic eye shape. This is probably what you would see if you came to see me in a show. It'd probably be more browns and neutrals, but this is YouTube. This is TikTok. We're doing some extra color today. That's what we're doing. We're gonna start by priming our eyelids. So I'm gonna start by just taking a little bit of a black eyeshadow and I'm going to sketch out my shape. This is my updated drag routine, so like it might look different from what it used to look like. And that's okay. I mean, you saw the intro. You saw the material. Actually, let me zoom y'all in real quick because I realized like we're doing eyes. You don't need to see my full face. Let's zoom you in so that way you guys can really kind of like get into the details. See, this is so much better. You're a little close, but it's fine. What I'm showing you guys is you can see that like if I open my eye, you can still see where that crease is. That's what's kind of important, is that you want to be able to see your makeup no matter whether your eyes are open or closed. So following my lash line curves up, and then right before it starts to curve back down, that's where I'm going to draw that straight line out. And that is going to help give me my kind of like eyeliner shape. You see how that now creates that like perfect snatch? That's going to help you keep your eyes pulled up. And then the shape of this line here just follows my lower lash line. So if my lower lash line is here, it curves up, and then that's where I just continue the line. Straight out, super easy. Don't overcomplicate it. Instead of holding your mirror here and looking straight forward, bring it down, and then that will instantly kind of close your eyes a little bit. That way you can really get into all your details. I'm now going to go in with my bright pink eyeshadow, and I'm going to start by just tapping on top of exactly where I placed that other color. I'm not swiping. I'm currently just tapping right on top with that neon pink. I've not done any blending yet. We're currently just tapping in that color. I'm now going to take a super fluffy brush, and this is a lighter shade of pink, and I'm going to use that to start doing windshield wiper motions to blend it out. However, here is my trick. So I'm not coming at the face like this. I'm actually coming at it like this. So this will help naturally diffuse the color upwards. You can see how it's just blending itself out. The eyeshadow is not just like a, oh, I finished that step and I'm done. You will have to go back and forth with a few different colors a few times to get it to truly look the way that you want it to, but I promise slow and steady wins the race. And now what I'm going to do is now I do my windshield wipers with this color. And I'm gonna go back in with that light and I'm gonna dust it one last time. Blending, we're blending. It's all about blending. Clock the reference. All right, so for some extra dimension, I'm going to go in with this little pencil brush, and I'm going to tap that into my black shadow. And we're going to windshield wiper that one more time just to make sure that that crease is nice and deep. And it's all about what? Blending. All right, so before we blend out our outer corners, I'm going to take some white cream paint on a tiny little concealer brush. The trick when it comes to doing a cut crease is to not swipe that product on, but I'm just tapping it in to create that line, and then I'll pack it in on my lid to finish it off. I'm gonna go in with that neon pink from earlier, and I'm just gonna tap that to blend from the black into the white. With just a little packing brush, I'm going to take a white shadow, and I'm gonna set my lid. I'm gonna go in with that light pink from earlier that we used to blend out the crease, and we're just gonna use that to blend out the lid as well. I thought you weren't gonna get it's not milk.
That's not what I ordered. I ordered Diet Coke, but
And they brought you milk?
sure.
Like as your replacement? Alright, so now that we're done with the eyes up to this point, I'm going to go ahead and zoom you guys back out, and we'll get started on the rest of the face. Shake up your foundation. Please shake up your foundation. I promise you'll get more coverage out of it. Just do it. I personally like to put on my foundation with a brush. A lot of girls like to put on their foundation with the beauty blender. To each their own. I just prefer a brush because I feel like I can get more product and more coverage. The thing about using a brush, I don't swipe it or circle it or anything like that. I use it almost like it's a beauty blender. I'm just tapping and hopefully not leave behind. It's hopefully not going to leave behind streaks. Next, I'm going to go in with my concealer. This one is close to my shade. It's maybe like 1 or 2 shades lighter than my skin tone. Then I go in with my super, super bright concealer, and I keep that closer to the inner corner. Now, while we're letting that concealer sit, I'm going to go in with my liquid contour, and we are going to use that to kind of all around the edges, kind of just like toast the face and warm it up a little bit. From the middle of your ear, the line is to your mouth, where you kind of want to keep everything up. You want to blend up. If you blend it down, you're going to look... Don't blend down, just blend up. Now to blend out, I actually like to use a little powder puff. I find that it kind of keeps a lot more coverage than a sponge would. Tap, and that's gonna clean up my eyeliner. So I'm gonna go in with that same white cream we use in our lids, and I'm gonna apply that to my most inner corner because I really like a bright under eye. Yeah. Yeah. If you actually look at where I'm bringing my concealer, my nose stops here. I bring it a little bit onto the bridge of my nose, and this is gonna help with our contour later. I'm gonna take, it's literally a clean brush. It looks dirty, but I promise it's not. I'm just going to go back and forth on top of the nose ever so slightly to blend out those edges. I still like them to be a little harsh, but like I don't need straight lines on my face, you know? I'm going to go in with a liquid blush, and I'm just going to apply a few dots kind of right on top of my cheekbones. Really kind of where you would want to apply highlighter is where I apply my blush. Just because I like to lift everything up. I like it to be high. Once again, the theme of the day, blending. We're just going to pat that in. I'm not going to swipe it. Don't swipe your makeup. I promise. Please just pat it in. It takes longer, but I promise it will look so much better. I mean, ugh. So then to create the bridge of the nose, I just take this super, super flat foundation brush with a little bit of my concealer, and I'm just going to tap it. And you can see I'm just creating that straight line down my nose. I like my nose to be nice and thin and look like I can't breathe. This does not have to be blended out. Once you powder over it, it's going to naturally blend it out. So like I leave it just like this. All right. Every drag queen has her secrets and has her things that maybe not a lot of people do. And something you're probably not supposed to do, but it's fine. We live and we learn. For my under eye, like it to stay very, very bright. And so I actually just for my under eye, not the whole face, I go in with baby powder. I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. Stop, okay? Stop. Trust me. I found this trick out on accident. I left my powder at the bar one night, and then I had to get ready the next night, and I get ready at home. I had no powder, and so baby powder was all I had. And I used it. My face didn't move all night, and my under eye had not looked so bright and like powerful in so long, so I just incorporated it into my everyday routine. You may think that's crazy, and that's fine. You can use your normal powder. I'm gonna continue using my baby powder, just on my under eye. We use normal powder everywhere else, but I'm gonna use my baby powder. Y'all wanna know how my makeup looks so good. Don't come in here judging me. Tap your powder puff off, please. You are putting too much powder on your face. I tap it off, so that way it's even. If it's not even on your puff, it's not gonna be even on your face. Mainly focusing this on the inner corner. Ugh. See how it stays nice and bright? Am I supposed to do this? Probably not. Are there powders that could give me the same effect? Yes. Do they cost $1.99? No. So I'm gonna continue using my baby powder until someone can make a powder that gives me this effect and costs me $1.99. Okay, thank you. Ugh. 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 I mean, look at the material, girls. Now we're back to our normal powder, okay? I take the Ben Nye neutral set. It's what I like. Comes in a giant tub. This tub will last you a very long time. And then we're just gonna set the rest of the face now. And now I'm just gonna go in with my powder bronzer. Everywhere we put that liquid bronzer is where I'm gonna put my powder. Just dust the forehead. You can put the brush up to your face. You will feel your cheekbone. Do not apply bronzer, contour, anything below that line. You will drag your face down. You want everything to be snatched up. Stop dragging your face down. Y'all, chicken is so good. Whoever invented chicken, you turned out. All right, girls, here's the other thing. Bronzer is not contour. You also have to go in and contour. So when it comes to your contour should not be a warm color. You saw how warm my bronzer was? That's great. That's what makes me look like I've been out in the sun. But now I want to look like I've been in the gym. So I go in with cool tone shades. This whole row right here, that's the vibe, okay? Stay away from this row. You just want to use this row. Keep it cool toned, ashy, gray, brown. That's what you want, because that's going to be what an actual shadow looks like. Keep it just in the back. Okay. We're blending up. That's it. That's all you need. Stop going too crazy. If this was for stage, I would go a little bit deeper. I'd probably go into more of this color over here, but I'm filming a YouTube video. I'm not going for stage. If y'all want to see a different video for stage, I can do like a spotlight setup, so then I can show you guys how to do like makeup for stage lighting. If you want that, let me know in the comments. This is for brunch. This is a brunch face. Stop wearing your club face in the brunch. And I know what you're thinking. I'm already very bronzed and I'm very warm. Great. Put the blood back in your face. Use the blush. So think, if my bronzer went all the way here, my contour went halfway, my blush is going to be the other halfway. That's if you want woman. I know a lot of drag queens like to yank back here. I'm not doing that. I'm puss. I'm woman, okay? Now I'm just taking a black gel eyeliner and I'm going to put that into my waterline. I like a black underline. Some people like white. Do whatever you want. I'm going to zoom you guys back in really, really close so that I can teach you guys how to do an eyeliner. Super, super easy. Don't let it stress you out. All right, so my eyeliner that I use is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Liquid Liner. On the inner part, I like to stick to the natural shape. Then once we get to this point where we went straight out earlier, we're going to do the same thing now. So we're just going to, at the top, at the apex of my eyelid, we're just going to draw a line straight to the side. I know it feels crazy, but this is going to help kind of pull the eye up. Eyeliner's that simple. Don't let it stress you out. This is where my lid goes. I just continue that line inward. Next step is not necessary, however, I like it. So I'm going to go in with the same eyeliner from Anastasia Beverly Hills, but this time in the white color. And with a very thin line, I'm just going to outline that crease, and that's going to help on stage, really. It's going to make it pop and look a little bit sharper. You can see how that just looks a little bit more graphic than that one. Now I'm going to put a few rhinestones around my eye. All I do is I take a lash glue, I dot it on, put the rhinestones where they're supposed to go. So now we're just gonna put on our mascara. It really does not matter what mascara it is. Just make sure it's black and it coats your lashes. I'm gonna teach you guys a few tricks on how I do my lashes, what makes it easier to do, all that kind of stuff. Because I know a lot of people struggle with this. One thing that can ruin your makeup, if you have this beautiful, beautiful look, then your lash sits all the way down here, you can see that ruins the entire look. So what you want to make sure you do is you always measure it to your eye. I know usually I cut off the last spike of whatever lash I'm using just so that it fits my eye a little bit better. Because if the lash is too long, that's going to be what kind of gives it away that it's not meant for your face. And because this has a brush, I can paint it right where I want it to sit. So it will only stick to where I've applied the glue. If you're a pro and you need that extra security with your lashes, you can apply the glue to the back of the lash strip as well. So that way when they attach to each other, you get that kind of like contact cement. And see, now that that glue is dry and clear, I can literally just take the lash and it sticks right where it's supposed to go. All right, so now I go in with my setting spray and we're just going to use that to kind of melt all those powders together. Because I use so much powder, I like to put a lot of spray, okay? Your face can be wet, it's fine, it'll dry. Now I go in with my highlighter and a little tiny fan brush. And I'm not going to swipe it up and down because then that's how I get a straight line. I actually take mine and I swipe it. I'm like tapping over my skin like this. That's all I do, and that's what helps me kind of blend my highlighter in a little bit better. All right, I'm gonna go do my brows off camera real quick because my brows are kind of specific because I don't block them out. If you guys want to see how to draw on your brows from scratch, I can show you that. Just let me know down in the comments. All right, brows are done, so now we're gonna go in and do our lips. That is my actual line. That's where I do my lip. I don't go crazy. Only overdraw the middle part. On the edges, I actually keep it right where my actual lip would be. And then I just connect the two together. And then for my bottom lip, I pretty much just follow the natural shape. Now I'm gonna go in with a warm nude lipstick and just apply that right to the center. I personally love a gloss, so I'm just gonna go in with this baby pink gloss from NYX and apply that right to the center. So now that the makeup is done, I'm gonna go off camera. I'm gonna pop in my contacts, put on a wig, and maybe a little outfit for you guys. She looks so beautiful, guys. Any video I posted before, forget about it, because this one, yeah, she's leveled up. Ooh, the growth is real, mama. Ara in 2022 could never. I had so much fun creating this look for you all today and showing you guys how to do just like a good little basic drag look. Change out the colors, feel free to do whatever, add more rhinestones, add less rhinestones, whatever. You're gonna look absolutely stunning. I know that I do. Duh. If you like the look, if you like the mug, if you like the hair, if you like the glove, if you like the nail, if you just love me, make sure you leave a comment down below. Give this video a like, a thumbs up. I am so glad to be back and filming tutorials and videos for you guys, showing you guys how I create all of these absolutely stunning looks that you see before you. And I guess that's all I have to say for today. So, till next time, mwah.